my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my heart.
What the hell is going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle for leaks, and more leaks. Team Dokkaner coming through, letting us know exactly what is coming in part 2 of the worldwide celebration, the 350 million download celebration. This is pretty big, very, very big, actually. So, in case you don't know who Team Dokkaner is, it is a French data miner. Not sure if it's one person or multiple people, but they have predicted a lot of things in the past. Pretty much everything when the Kefla celebration that I was incorrect about. I didn't think Kefla was going to be next on Global, and they were like, yep, Kefla's next on Global, though a lot of people did think that. But they also leaked a few other units like the Kaioken Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta dual unit and stuff like that. So Team Dokkaner barely ever misses, and neither do I with my predictions. Let me just, the Kefla thing off to the side. When I put something out, it's almost never wrong. Even the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, that when I first posted that, people were like, whoa, that's not confirmed. And then literally like a few days later, it was like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta just with Kaioken Goku. And it's like, oh, boom, there it is. So we had half of it right? But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look on Team Dokkaner's website called Oh My Gotcha, and see exactly what is going on, because there's a lot of stuff going on. So let's go ahead and jump onto this website. And as you can see, this is the celebration. What's it? That is Majin Buu Saga. So 50 Shades of Buu. This is very funny. This is, just keep in mind, this is a translation from French. It's using Google Translate, so it is going to be a little funky, okay? But we're going to go through everything. So we're going to read it right off of the page and give our thoughts as we go, okay? So let's start up. So actually, let's make it a little bit bigger. I think we can make it a bit bigger. A little bit smaller. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I think that's actually perfect. So Dokkan generally likes to offer characters consistent with the timeline of the story. This is especially true for the Japanese version, which does not suffer from lag like the global version. In fact, after Ultimate Gohan, we naturally had Vegeta and Buuhan, which is what we got. Logically, some then hope for the presence of an LR Kid Buu. This is not the case. So Team Dokkaner is pretty much saying there is going to be there will not be an LR Kid Buu. And he says, I must admit that the choice to exclude Kid Buu does not seem so bad. The reason is there's several reasons which justify this choice. First, the character suffers too much from the comparison with Buuhan. So releasing Kid Buu 2 weeks after Buuhan would lead to endless debate, make him less strong than Buuhan, and he might be dead in the game. Otherwise, he would reignite the Kid Buu versus Buuhan thermonuclear war. So what does he mean by that? Well, two things. He's saying it makes sense why they're not putting an LR Kid Buu right after they came out with a Buuhan character, because immediately, if the Kid Buu is stronger than the Buuhan, then you're going to be like, dude, what the hell? Why would we even summon for Buuhan? We wanted the Kid Buu. Now, if he's weaker, then it's going to be like, dude, what the hell? Why did you release this character? The Buuhan is 10 times stronger. Also, he's also saying it from a story standpoint. There's still a lot of confusion over who was the stronger Buu. Was it Buuhan or was it Kid Buu? In my opinion, I think Buuhan was the stronger, fighter. And I think Kid Buu was the more malicious, so he had like more evil energy, but I think he was weaker than Buuhan. And it makes sense. Like, he didn't keep that energy. His original form was still really, really, really strong. It just wasn't as strong as the absorptions. But let me know in the comments below what you think about that. There's also another reason related to the gameplay. It was necessary to present a character who could highlight the new mechanic introduced in the celebration, the dual super attacks, the partner super attacks, the attached special attacks, which would have been impossible with Kid Buu. And that's true. How are you going to do a dual super attack where two cards, join together to create one super attack with Kid Buu? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. He's solo. He fights by himself the entire time. Finally, the strategy allows you to offer the character the exclusive Dokkan Fest he deserves later. We all hope. So, makes a lot of sense here. Team Dokkaner makes some pretty good points. I would have liked to see a Kid Buu regardless, but that doesn't seem to be the direction that they're going in, so we just have to deal with it, right? The Prince to the rescue. Angel base form Vegeta. If you follow the news on Twitter, you may have caught a glimpse of what could be the next LR. Undoubtedly aware of the expectation of the community for LR Kid Buu, Dokkan will offer a return to a card that illustrates one of the most striking moments of the arc, Vegeta confessing that Goku is #1 during the final fight. I must say that I find this card particularly interesting. On the one hand, unlike a lot of cards, it does not illustrate a combative feat. In this scene, Vegeta serves as a punching bag to give Goku precious time. Vegeta's confession, his determination, and his courage, however, make the moment memorable. So, in case you don't remember, I actually put it in one of my other videos, the exact scene where Vegeta recognizes that Goku is #1. And it's simply when Goku turns Super Saiyan 3 and he's fighting Kid Buu, and Vegeta realizes that he was trying to cast aside all his possessions, all his attachments, all of his feelings in the pursuit of strength, and he was still weaker than Goku. Yet Goku has compassion, he has his family, he has his feelings, he has his friends, he cares, he respects, he gives mercy, and he still has an appetite for getting stronger and being the best. And Vegeta realizes that that is the true way to do it, and acknowledges that Goku has perfected, like the perfect way to become a warrior. It's not to cast aside your feelings, it's to embrace them and, just live in it. And so he, at that point, admires Goku's, gumption, and realizes that he is, and admits to everyone and to himself that Goku is finally the #1 fighter. On the other hand, it is not a switch card. So he's saying, Team Dokkaner is saying that to him, it does not seem to be an exchange unit. Now, he could be incorrect, but from what he's seen in his expertise of looking at these things, it doesn't seem to be an exchange unit. The Goku is actually visually present in the background on the LR awakening of the card. So Goku will be in the background of the art. He'll also be in part of the game through two mechanics, an active skill, which seems to be some type of buff, and of course the attached special attack, the attached super attack, the partner super attack. To launch that partnered super attack, you'll have to use this Vegeta with another card whose name includes Goku from the Majin Buu arc, and we will take a look at who those units are in a second. To be able to execute a joint attack with the two characters. It will therefore also work with the LR Goku and Vegeta. So that's really useful to know, because it's pretty much saying that you have to include a Goku from the Majin Buu Saga category, and that includes partner cards. So the LR Goku and Vegeta that transform into Strength Vegeta. The LR Goku and Vegeta, actually, is that an Angel Goku in the Intelligence one? We'll double check, but it shouldn't matter though, because it's Goku anyway. So the one that turns into Intelligence Vegeta should also count for this partnered super attack. What about the content? Well, for the content, I waited a bit more before deciding. I do not pretend to write that this is a mistake on the part of Bandai Katsuki. So he's saying that he didn't want to share his thoughts in the beginning. This would require knowing if the celebration would be financially profitable. However, for the players and their satisfaction, it is frankly not terrible. There are a number of mistakes that were made, in his opinion. The first is that they obviously spent time improving the Global vs. JP collaborative campaign system, meaning how the missions look, the user interface, and the interaction of it, etc., etc. There are a whole bunch of new features, whether in terms of the interface or the code, to better take into account the participation of players and to offer real-time in-game status. For me, that's not really what the priority should have been. The time spent on it could have been used for the content, and that's a shame. The other point is communication. Clearly, the effort has been to put it on social campaigns, social media campaigns, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Finally, and even if I can understand that the element of surprise is an integral part of Dokkan's communication, it reached its limits here, especially when the content ran out. We can talk about the current pandemic, but I do not believe that is the central reason. So he's pretty much saying that, hey, they kind of dropped the ball with this celebration, they put a lot of eggs in their basket in reworking the system, which I actually think is a smart idea because you want to be able to stay current. You want to be able to stay nimble with your game, your engine essentially. So I think it's not a horrible idea to focus on it. Maybe not focus on it during the worldwide celebration, but do it during an off celebration. But it is what it is, right? So all in all, he's not too mad about it, but because he understands what was going on here. Just Dokkan could have handled it a little bit better, I guess. Notably, Part 2 should still bring the Extreme Super Battle Roads, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. The Awakenings, I wonder if they'll be called Extreme Super Battle Roads, or if they'll be called, like, something else. I'm not sure. Difficult Super Battle Roads or Challenging Super Battle Roads, something like that. The Awakenings of the free-to-play maps, which will benefit from the new mechanics, as well as the Extreme Z LR campaign for Satan. So this is saying the Awakenings for the 2 free-to-play units, the Goku and the Vegeta, the Goku and the Hercule. So the Hercule, the parched Hercule, thirsty Hercule, will awaken into Hercule with Boo and the dog. I forgot the dog's name. And then Goku will transform into, or awaken into, a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which should be really, really fire. And then also, indeed, he has confirmed that Mr. Hercule, or Mr. Satan, will have an Extreme Z Awakening campaign, so that's fantastic. We should also find a new global campaign with this time one character, Goku or Vegeta, to win. So I've talked about this in the past, that the Part 1 celebration was all about joint unity between global and campaign. We do these missions together, we do them and they count towards each other. We both, win, right? We both get the Goku card, we both get the Hercule card. Everyone's happy. Now, Part 2, baby, is where it's an all-out warfare, and we gonna get physical, and we're gonna smash it. No, so pretty much, there's gonna be either a Goku or a Vegeta. Whoever loses probably gets like a beat-up Vegeta. Whoever wins gets like the Spirit Bomb Goku or something like that. I'm not really sure. The rest is very classic with the continuation of the story event and the never-ending story. So that's very interesting. I wish I spoke French so I can actually take, so I can actually take a look at that. I wonder if Nolar would be able to translate that, because I believe he speaks French. With that, continuation of the story event. So that would mean the Majin Buu little story for the Hercule and Goku, right? I believe there's 4 stages right now, so they'll add some more. And the never-ending story, is that the quest? Is he saying that we're going to go beyond 27? Stage 27? I believe it's stage 27 that we're currently maxed on right now. Because if that's the case, that would be insane. That would be really, really crazy. But I'm not sure. In terms of dates, we should have the banner around the 15th, 16th, and the start of the second part on the 14th, 15th. There'll obviously be a data download by then. So that makes sense. We still have a few more days until all of this stuff drops. That's pretty cool. So let's first off, let's thank Team Dokkaner for coming out with all these leaks. It's super fantastic. Shout out to them. Go bookmark this page, ohmygotcha.com. Fantastic website. Go follow him on Twitter. Now let's take a look at some little things that I may have gone over, but in a bit more detail. So we're over on the boy Zita. Apologize if I misspelled your name, my guy. Who's dropped a little bit more information. So Infinite Dragon Ball History Stage. The 2 free-to-play cards should have EZAs. I believe this was hinted to a while back, so we kind of knew that already. What we went over again, Part 2, the 14th, 15th, banner, 15th, 16th. What's also very interesting, again, we talked about this right here, is the new mechanic, which is going to be pretty cool. One thing that I didn't mention, let's see, blah, 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 blah. We already seen that. Yep. Active skill. Boom is in the back. Oh, this is what I didn't mention. So with the Goku, the Super Spirit Bomb super attack or super spirit bomb animation or something of that nature is going to be tied to the free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Goku unit. So that should be very fascinating. And then, of course, so here it is right here. Spirit Bomb will be on Goku Satan free-to-play unit. It follows the original story. Another thing is that LR Majin Vegeta will be getting a super attack rework, and that is crazy. Just like they did with the Intelligence Gohan, it seems like they're going to be doing it with a lot of units. So I don't know if they're going to do it with the Broly or with Goku Black and Zamasu. I'm not sure, but quite possibly they may do that with all the other ones. But really, I think those were the only two that had pretty egregious looking super attacks. It's also not mentioned if there's going to be a traditional Extreme Z Awakening, so we'll see how that goes. And then last but not least, this is kind of just showing that the super attack for Intelligence Gohan was shown 2 days before the banners went live. So expecting to see news coming out these next few days, data downloads coming out in 1 or 2 days. So we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be getting ready for, and hopefully you're along for the ride. If you haven't subscribed already, consider what you're doing with your life. Go ahead and gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.